hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
Hey guys, it's Tim, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited. As you saw there, Stephen A. Smith, and yeah, he pretty much summed it up there. That main event at Extreme Rules, I don't know what the hell we saw. Nick, what's going on?
I'm go ahead and take it. All right,
so we're back.
All right, so we're back after it was a little bit of a mess there, but I'm looking at the chat here. We've got J Money, Jeff, Nicole Paulus, Fully Clutch, long name, Voltage Dylan, Caitlin, Luca Troller, something, Kristen, Dash, Alex, Luca, Alex again. Listen, this pay-per-view was kind of a slap to the dick.
Just going right at it.
And I'll just say that now. This pay-per-view was sloppy, it was messy, it didn't really have a place. I know a lot of people want me to give a hot take on the crowd, but I have more of a hot take to give on that main event, and we'll wait until the main event to get there. Luckily, we don't have to wait long, because this entire pay-per-view, a running theme, in my opinion, was everything was so fast. I feel like no match went longer than maybe 10 minutes other than the main event.
Yeah, times.
They felt quick. They felt boring. They felt uneventful. Shinsuke's first main roster title win is a joke.
Yeah, and then, like, I would pick Randy Orton initially because I'm like, ooh, setting up Randy. Then he just comes out and kicks frickin' Jeff in the dick. Like, what?
I will say now that kickoff show, Sanity defeated the New Day in a tables match.
That's what should have.
And Andrade Cien Almas defeated.
So, hold on. I need to look this up.
Sin Cara.
Hold on.
And I just want to say this to WWE. Trying to make Tranquilo cool to your audience, great. What isn't cool is San Roberts going, wasn't that Tranquilo though? So Tranquilo, Renee Tranquilo, David Otunga Tranquilo, Tranquilo, anybody Tranquilo? Shut the fuck up.
Okay. So Brian Alvarez tweeted and goes, I never say this, but I hate when people say this because it seems so overdramatic, but this was a WCW show. Hashtag Extreme Rules.
This was a WCW pay-per-view.
So what I can say, first off, I need to say this. For the show, maybe like hour before the show started, main event was supposed to be Reigns and Lashley. Then, from what I heard, going around different sources stating things, I guess right before or during the kickoff is when they changed it to the Iron Man match going last. Apparently, that's what was being reported.
Yeah. So we're gonna. I see all you guys. I read the chats and all the other things. I will give you a hot take, but just wait. Hold your fucking horses. Let's kick it off with the first thing on the main card, which was the Raw Tag Team titles.
Well, I just want to say, Almas did defeat Sin Cara, and Sanity did defeat the New Day.
I just said that.
Oh, sorry. I was going through something else and missed that. Anyways, my bad. All right.
But so you got the champions, Matt and Bray, the Deleters of Worlds or whatever they're called, versus the B Team, who have a pretty kick-ass team.
Well, even before that match started, they showed Ronda and her husband Travis Brown sitting in the crowd.
Who gives a shit? I don't care. This isn't about Ronda.
All right.
I don't fucking care.
Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt, like you said. So, Axel and Dallas, they won the titles. I'm just gonna say that right off the bat.
Yeah,
I love
it was great. It was a great match.
So, match was kept short, which was fine. It was what you thought it would have been, you know. Matt and Bray were going back and forth with the B Team early, and then the B Team fluked into the win, basically.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the little bit of storytelling between Bray and Bo. I thought that was very nice. I thought it was very fun. It's just a good match. The B Team walk away champions, and that is not the only time we will see them holding those titles tonight. We will see them again.
So after the match, Charlie Caruso interviews Dallas and Axel at the top of the stage.
Yeah.
Alex talked about how they're like Stretch Armstrong or not Stretch Armstrong, Neil Armstrong, and they've
No.
Did he call
Stretch Armstrong?
Oh, did he?
He said like the first man to land on the moon,
that's
Stretch
right.
Armstrong. I was like, you're right.
And then he started trying to do the floss, which he cannot do that well. And they were just all running around, going crazy, and boom. The one thing I didn't like here, that it was overshadowed by Kurt Angle's announcement of Brock Lesnar. Would you agree? It was a little overshadowed by the Kurt thing right next.
I felt like he was just reading off a cue card. No. What killed it for me? I mean, I didn't give two fucks about the announcement. I don't care. Do what you want with that fucking Universal title. It means nothing to me right now. It means as much as like a homeless man's pile of shit in a San Francisco airport fucking bathroom. It doesn't mean anything to me right now. What bothered me is Kurt Angle's eyes kept looking to the left, not at Charlie Caruso, not at the camera, not at the mic, but just off camera left. He was reading off a fucking cue card.
No, he kept looking towards Charlie because Charlie was.
He would look at her and he would go cue card cue card cue card cue card. It was rough.
I just didn't like how like they did this whole thing with the B team. They were celebrating, and all of a sudden it just cuts away to Kurt, and Kurt just goes, "So we've tried to talk to Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman."
That should have opened.
It should have. That you're not wrong. I didn't think about that.
That would have gotten the crowd super happy.
I didn't think about that.
Then the B team wins, and then the B team gets even fucking, and then that crowd gets even happier because the B team won. And then what was the match after this first match? What's next?
Well, hold on. I got the Kurt thing really fast.
Oh, we just said it.
I didn't say what it was.
If Brock Lesnar doesn't show up tomorrow, then he has to either pick a date or he's getting stripped. Anyway, let's continue.
All right. So then we had, which was better than I expected, Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin.
Good match. I like that Baron Corbin's basically just like a very bigger and more muscular version of Gentleman Jack back in his heel time.
So basically an average match. Everything looked good. Never really got into second gear. It was more, I guess, Baron Corbin's speed of a match. I did like where Baron Corbin went for the end of days and he hit deep six, and he hit a huge deep six. Like he was in the corner. Finn ran towards him, and he comes out the corner, grabs him. He spins around like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, jeez.
I love the deep six.
And at one point, Corbin went for the end of days, and Balor used a small package to get the victory.
It was
apparently that's the same finish they were doing at the house shows.
Nice. I really like it. It was a good match. Both guys look great.
You want to take the next one? Carmella versus Asuka?
All right, so Carmella versus Asuka. James Ellsworth is in the shark cage. Okay. Within about a minute, 2 minutes into the match, James Ellsworth drops a chain. Asuka steps on it, looks at Carmella. No, you're not going to get it, pussy boy. Asuka picks up the chain and tries to give it to the referee, and the referee's like, "Get that out of the ring! You get that out of my face!"
Because the ref was supposed to.
I'm giving it to you.
Well, that's the thing. Like she was handing it to him, but the ref, I guess, may have been told, tell her that if she uses it, she's DQ'd. So he was kind of playing it off as a shoot. Like, hey, she's got a weapon. I got to call this as a shoot. Don't do it. You know what I mean?
I guess so. But drops that, okay, and then some moves happen. And then another thing drops.
The aerosol
and it's the
cane.
Spray. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pepper spray. In kayfabe, it's pepper spray.
I think it's supposed to be hairspray.
I don't know. Asuka kicks it out of Carmella's hand.
It was weird because Carmella was like, I thought she actually sprayed it because her hand was going all crazy like she was spraying it, but it never sprayed. It was weird.
They spill out to the outside of the ring to fight, and out of the corner of your screen, you see the crowd kind of peek up. They get interested. Nothing really important is happening outside of the ring, but you realize that Ellsworth is attempting to get out of the cage.
Well, you hear Corey, and Corey's like, "What is Ellsworth doing up there?"
Yeah, Corey was not very good tonight. Sorry, I was drinking some water there. And Ellsworth, for some reason, had bandanas like he was a fucking 1980s gangster.
I think
for some
I know
reason. Why?
Before they raised up the cage, I noticed a little strap. So I think they were supposed to hide the strap that helped him hang from the shark cage. Because I noticed that before they put him in, when they had like the camera right there looking inside the cage, I was like, there's like a strap there. So that's why they had to have them fight on the outside. So people watching on TV didn't see him put the strap around his ankle and then get out and all that jazz.
Exactly. So you end up seeing Ellsworth dangling from the shark cage, and Asuka, kicks him as if it's a piñata and blah blah blah.
And then I think there was another botch there. He's wearing like some sort of like flak jacket on his back so Asuka can kick him as hard as she can, but it was showing. I don't know if it was supposed to be showing.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it wasn't supposed to be.
Because they call it
showing.
too. It was either Byron or Corey goes, is he wearing a flak jacket or something?
And Asuka backs up to go do another kick. She gets thrown into the cage by Carmella. 1, 2, 3, it's over. After the match, Asuka's super pissed off, beats up security.
I like the one security where she kicks the first two guys and the third guy goes, "Oh yeah, I'm gone."
Dips out of the ring.
Dips out. She's just like, "See you."
I liked him. He was very smart.
Yeah.
And then beats the shit out of Ellsworth. I get why they did it. They were trying to be like, "Hey, Asuka's still great."
Right.
It absolutely ruined any of her momentum. Asuka now is basically what the Cavaliers are now without LeBron James.
You know the funniest part about this is Carmella goes, "Give me my title." They hand her the title and she just dips. She's like, "Screw James. Bye, Jimmy."
That's always been kind of the story between the two.
Basically.
And then
Asuka also put him in the Asuka lock.
Yeah.
Once they got him free.
Yeah.
So then, the 5-second match? Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura with the U.S. title.
So I was really excited for this match.
So was I.
I was really excited for this match because I felt like this could have been a great way to write Jeff off TV without something stupid like a low blow. Like, I thought he was past that. I thought that was done. I thought that was just for the AJ thing. I don't want this to be a continued thing.
They made Hardy look very weak.
Exactly. Yeah, you're telling me, dude. Yeah, low blow. Can Sasha over? Randy Orton comes out, steps on Hardy's dick.
Nuts when Randy came out.
I wouldn't say nuts.
As nuts as anything else on the show.
They went, well, let's wait till that main event. Thank you, Catan, for $2. I've never been a huge fan of Asuka. I don't blame you. I could see as to why. I know a lot of people that don't like her. But, yeah, Randy comes out, like, literally puts a mud hole in Jeff's dick and walks off. So we'll see what we get from there. There's a title match Tuesday, Jeff's rematch.
Yeah, which
that's cool.
I don't know about this one because I know Jeff Hardy's going through some injuries. Apparently, he was having some nerve damage in his hands. So I think this is a way to. I thought tonight would have been a way to write him off TV, but you can't do another 10-second match on Tuesday. You just can't.
No, they won't. I mean, it'll be like a 3-minute.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is they're having like a 5-minute. They go for about 5 minutes, and Orton comes down and just screws it all up. It's the only thing I can think of.
And so that segment ends, and yeah.
I didn't like what they did with the match, but I was happy Randy Orton's a heel again.
Yeah, I'm happy Randy's a heel again as well.
All right, so then it goes. Not fight Owens fight. Fly Owens fly.
That wasn't very funny.
Anyway, so Kevin Owens, Braun Strowman in a cage match. I liked the beginning of this match. I liked how it started out. I was liking, the whole Kevin Owens not wanting to fight, and he's trying to, just be friends, all this stuff. Like, don't do anything to me, don't hurt me. And Strowman was just like, I finally got you now, even though he's always had him every single week. Like,
okay, so nothing really happened up until towards the end of this match. Well, there was some throwing into the cage, and I want to talk about something. Braun looked like the biggest pussy on earth tonight.
How so?
He can flip ambulances, he can flip semi-trucks, he can flip rental cars, he can drag a porta potty with a decently weighted human being in it. He can't rip handcuffs off.
Well, he eventually ripped them off.
Right, but it took him that long to rip them off.
No, yeah, I fully get what you're saying.
And also,
I assumed he was just going to unscrew the top rope, but I guess that wouldn't have worked if he had to get to the top of the cage.
But also, why did Kevin not just climb as soon as he...
That's the same. I was yelling at the TV. I was like, "You bastard! Don't taunt him! Get the fuck out of there!"
You could have very easily... And another thing, Braun could have gone... All you have to do is have your 2 feet hit the ground. Braun could have just asked to have the door open and walk through. A lot of this pay-per-view just felt like you're missing the obvious here.
But they wanted to do that big table spot.
You could have still done the big table spot.
Off the top of the cage?
Yeah, so I can tell you exactly how you do it. You have Braun kick open the door. He puts 2 feet on the ground. Kevin Owens is like halfway up the thing. He rips the handcuff off, walks back into the ring, bull rushes the
But Owens was supposed to get. Owens got the victory though.
Right, I get that, but still. It was weird. A lot of this pay-per-view was just questionable booking and questionable creative decisions. I don't know why they did that for Nakamura. It makes no sense to have that Nakamura match end that way. It makes no sense for Kevin to do that and to not climb the cage.
It would make a slight, tiny bit of sense if they weren't doing the match on Tuesday. Because now it's like, what, Jeff's just going to come back on Tuesday and they're going to have a match? Now, if they weren't having the match on Tuesday, I could say, okay, that was whatever. But it made it so much worse when it's like he just beat Jeff Hardy with a single low blow that quickly, and now they're just gonna fight again on Tuesday. Like, how many low blows did AJ Styles take and still win matches? I just hope they don't have Braun come out tomorrow and go, "This is the funeral of Kevin Owens."
Sure they will.
Anyways, moving forward. So earlier in the night, I forgot to mention this, they did an angle where the Bludgeon Brothers beat up Team Hell No backstage. Now, the reason they did this is because Kane is dealing with a left foot injury, or ankle, lower leg, I don't know exactly. He was at a political event this past week, the one where he named it Rusev Day in Knox County, even though he's not really the mayor and doesn't have authority to do that yet. Mm-hmm. And he was walking around in a walking boot. Apparently, people that were there tweeted out stating that, hey, he's in a walking boot, but he said that he should be good to go for Sunday, and it's not a wrestling-related injury. Well, tonight, they made it a storyline injury where Daniel Bryan and Kane got beat up backstage. They put his foot between a door. I think it was Rowan took his hammer, slammed the hammer onto the door, and basically busted Kane's ankle the way they talked. They said, oh, Kane's now dealing with an ankle injury. And he came out. Well, Daniel Bryan started the match off by himself. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Is he just going to... My whole thought was, I think you said it. Something about Hulk Hogan better not be his partner or something.
No, I said Hulk Hogan better be his partner.
Oh, better.
Also, thank you, Dragon Ball Radiant, for the $1.99. As a fan of Asuka, I was screaming, pay attention. Are you guys fans of Asuka? Donate us money to tell us.
Anyways... So Daniel Bryan starts the match off by himself, and he's just getting killed by the Bludgeon Brothers. And about halfway through the match, Kane's music hits, and he comes out in the walking boot. And I'm like, what the heck is Kane going to do? So Kane gets tagged in barely, and he choke slams Harper, choke slams Rowan, tried to go for the tombstone, but he couldn't get it. Bryan tagged back in and basically hit the yes kicks for a comeback, but Rowan took him out with a spinning kick. They used the Doomsday device on Bryan and pinned him. Team Hell No just loses. Like, what the hell? That made no sense either. The way... I don't know.
Woken Matt Hardy tweets, it may be time for capital letters us to move on.
Interesting. So the thing here, it was like saying that Bryan was going to take them on by themselves and then Kane eventually coming out. That was a super setup for Team Hell No to win because they're like, oh, they won despite all the odds. If Kane was really that limited and they had to do the injury thing, they could have just had Kane be just as limited, unless he really, really needs to be wearing that walking boot, if it's that bad, you know? But they could have just had them go out there, Kane be extra limited on the apron, and they could have still lost. But I just feel it was stupid to do the whole injury angle thing and still lose, because that's a babyface thing to do. Oh, one team member got injured. The other team member is going to do it on his own, and they're going to defeat the odds, and the other team member is going to come out hurt, and they're still going to be victorious. But no, what the hell? We got some super chat donations. Dragon Ball Radiant with a $1.99 super chat donation says, watched Asuka in NXT. She's smarter than this. And Nicole Paulus with a $2 super chat donation. Kane is a badass. That passion. Yeah, but I'm just saying they should have done it to where Kane was just out there. They didn't have to do the injury thing. They could have kept him limited at ringside on the apron and still lost. I just felt doing the whole, even though they were hurt, they're still going to try thing, should have been a win.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm tired.
So then all of a sudden, I'm not paying attention to my TV, and I hear, boo! And I'm like, oh, Roman must have just came up on screen. I turn around and Roman's there. And all of a sudden the B team comes running up. And they're like, Roman, you can join the B team too. All you have to do is beat Bobby Lashley tonight and come celebrate with us. And he's just like, I'm good.
No, he didn't even say that. Didn't even respond.
Oh, I thought I heard him say something.
No, he didn't say anything.
Well,
so what I want to say about the Roman Bob match.
I liked it.
I did too. I thought it was fine. I thought it was a fine match.
You know, to be honest, I thought it was probably the better match of the night. Probably if I look through every match here, I liked it.
Because it was simple. There was
I liked it
fancy.
I think that and the AJ Rusev match I liked about the same.
Yeah. And I mean,
hey,
you want to go over?
Roman did more than his 4 or 5 normal moves.
He did. He did a weird leg drop.
Yeah, he did.
Basically,
the crowd tried to crap on this match early. Never really got into it.
Fuck you, crowd. You guys are trash.
There were some cool spots, including Lashley.
Hold on. Catan with the $5. Was Roman working heel tonight, or was I imagining things? Also, I like that new leg drop move Roman does on the ropes. I didn't think he was. I think he was working like as a tweener.
Yeah, because that's what Roman's supposed to be. You want him to be a heel, but he's still a baby face, and he's gonna do heel things. I don't fucking know. So
thanks, baby boy. I appreciate it.
Where was I? Lashley. There was a cool spot where, including Lashley doing an overhead belly-to-belly onto the German announce table. Lashley went for a spear, but was hit with a Superman punch. Reigns gave him a Superman punch when Lashley tried to climb to the top rope. Reigns kicked out of Lashley's vertical suplex at one point. Lashley took a fisherman's carry and was dropped over the top rope and landed hard on his shoulder on the outside. And eventually, the finish did come. Where was I? Roman Reigns was going for the spear. Lashley hit him with a spear of his own, pinned him clean. That was such a shocker to me, that Roman was just clean, pinned, 1, 2, 3. No tomfoolery, no, oh, well, Roman should have won. No, it was just Lashley speared him and pinned him.
Yeah, thought it was good. I think it makes Roman look
human.
Yeah. Why I genuinely didn't think we'd both get that. Yeah, it makes him look human, makes him look beatable. I think
Lashley Brock SummerSlam?
Probably.
Or Roman still the because Corey Graves said it. He goes, Cole, do you think this puts Bobby Lashley into conversation for a Universal title match? Because here, he did beat the uncrowned Universal Champion. So you think they go triple threat or singles match at SummerSlam? Because Bobby Lashley beat Roman, but Roman still thinks he's the uncrowned champion. So Kurt's like, Brock's going to defend at SummerSlam. Fuck it, both of you.
All right, the champ. Thanks for your input, but you're absolute trash. Get the fuck out of here.
Yikes.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go to what was next.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
Do you know what was next? Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax in a Raw Women's Title Extreme Rules match. They said this was the first time in the history of the women's division they had an Extreme Rules match, which is, I guess, technically true if you're calling it an Extreme Rules match, but we've had women's hardcore matches before. Just want to point that out.
They probably mean in this era of the women's division.
And I could have been wrong, and they could have just said in the Raw Women's division. I could have misheard that part.
I don't know.
But
regardless, this match was very sloppy, not put together.
All right, so
very
I got
weird.
this.
I didn't like it. It was bad. I'm very moody because my wallet got stolen today.
So Nia comes out. She's got Natty as her backup. Lexa comes out. She's got Mickey as her backup. Then we see they keep showing Ronda at ringside. Ronda was all smiles when Nia came out. As soon as Alexa comes out, mean mugging. So match starts off, and Alexa's trying to punch and slap and kick Nia, and it's not doing anything. So you see this kendo stick waving at ringside, and you think, oh, that's Mickey trying to hand it to her. And every time Alexa tries to run off or run to the other side of the ring, Nia gets in the way. She's like, nope, not doing that. Nope, not doing that. So finally she gets out of the ring, starts to run around the ring, and she gets to Mickey. Mickey hands her the kendo stick. Nia goes to run at her, and she hits her with the kendo stick. Goes to hit her a second time. Nia grabs the kendo stick, breaks it over her leg. Ronda's cheering at ringside, basically. They keep going. They start fighting in the ring. They got chairs. They've got trash cans. It was funny because Corey Graves goes, hey, I need to know something. Where'd they find them trash can lids without handles on them? I was like, really? What the hell does that have to do with this match? Corey Graves didn't give two fucks tonight. Anyways, so they're beating each other with stuff. Nia then sets this trash can up in the middle of the ring. Well, actually, before that, Alexa tried to set a chair in the corner. She tried to stuff it between the top and the middle rope, and she really didn't. She turns around, takes about 2 or 3 steps, and the chair just falls down. So Nia kind of like whips her across the ring. She awkwardly slams her leg on the side of the trash can. She tries to set the chair back up, and she sets it up between the bottom and middle rope, kind of leaned on the chair. So Nia goes to run at her. Alexa moves, shoulder tackle into the chair. Whatever. So later on, there was a spot where they have this trash can. It's sitting in the middle of the ring, and Nia picks up Alexa for a gorilla press and just drops her gut first right on the trash can.
I want to say thank you to Katana again for another $5. That wasn't an Extreme Rules match. That was a lovable rules match. Absolute garbage.
So finally,
I agree.
Mickey tries to get involved, where she jumps on the apron and she tries to hand a trash can lid to Alexa.
Right.
Natty sees it, runs around the ring, pulls Mickey off. They start brawling at ringside. So Alexa goes, well, Nia's down. I'm going to run out there and help Mickey. So Mickey and Alexa start double teaming on Natty. And so Rhonda goes, I've had enough. And she jumps to the barricade and runs at him. And her husband starts cheering, which comes into what really made this match awkward here in a second. So her husband starts cheering. And she runs over and she grabs Mickey. She slams Mickey into the barricade. She grabs Mickey, slams her in the barricade again. She goes to throw Mickey into the ring. Mickey kind of botches it, and she goes gut first into the ring. Then Mickey starts to climb up the side of the ring, and Alexa throws her in. Or not Alexa. Rhonda throws her into the ring. They do whatever. She gives Mickey this weird spinning Samoan drop. I guess it's her finish.
I don't know, man.
And finally, she gets out of the ring or whatever. She's brawling with Mickey on the outside, and then she turns around, and Michael Cole goes, uh-oh, she's seen Alexa Bliss. And Alexa's got that perfect, I'm fucked face. Like, uh-oh, I'm about to die. And instead of, smart thing here, run up the ramp and go to the back, no, she just runs around the ring over to where Rhonda was sitting, where her husband still is. So she runs over there. Rhonda catches her, puts the boots to her for a second before Mickey comes with a kendo stick. Now, this is what made it awkward. Mickey starts hitting Rhonda with a kendo stick. The camera's moving super fast, like just all kinds of jittery, so you barely notice this.
It's like a sanity entrance.
Basically, but if you look slightly at Travis Brown, he's got a smirk on his face like, I like this. This is going good. Like, it made it so awkward. Like, why are you excited that your wife's getting her ass beat? Shouldn't you be, like, concerned?
I don't know.
The whole thing was just super awkward. Eventually, they get in the ring. Mickey and Alexa both hit Nia with chairs. She hits the DDT on the chair and pins Nia Jax. 1, 2, 3. I guess you go Ronda, Alexa for the title at SummerSlam. Was not a good match. Both women's title matches made the women's division look like garb.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue on.
Then we had a good point. A highlight. AJ Styles versus Rusev.
Yeah, it was a good.
I loved the fact that they were just both hard-hitting. They were both going at it for a long time. And then they played up where AJ put Rusev in the calf crusher. And Rusev wouldn't tap. They're like, is Rusev going to tap? Is Rusev going to tap? Is Rusev going to tap? And he would not tap. And they're like, he shouldn't stay. He should try to get out of this. He shouldn't stay too long or AJ's going to do damage. And that's what they played up. Eventually, he got out of the calf crusher. But there was damage on that calf and that knee.
Correct.
So he finally gets the control. He goes to put the Accolade on AJ. But he couldn't really plant that messed up leg. So he does like a modified calf crusher, or an Accolade, where he's only kind of got AJ by one side, one arm hooked, and he's got him in like to me, it looked like a more of a modified crossface STO type deal instead of the actual Accolade. And so they were in that for a while before AJ got out. And then I guess Aiden English pulled the padding off the top rope. And
yeah, this was weird, because did you notice how AJ was just like a fucking idiot? Well, I don't think he was an idiot, but I think it was weird because AJ gets up, he runs to a turnbuckle, he notices that that's not the right turnbuckle, does like a weird super flamboyant flail, and then sees the right turnbuckle.
Exactly.
It was really weird.
And so he goes into the, like Nick said, he runs over to the correct turnbuckle. Rusev is chasing him. AJ moves. Rusev runs into the exposed buckle. AJ then hits a springboard 450, but Rusev kicked out. Styles then gave English a sliding drop kick to the outside, knocking him to the floor.
That drop kick looked sick.
Yeah. Rusev then takes a phenomenal forearm to the jaw, and AJ pins him. I liked the match. There was kind of a story there where it was like, AJ tried to take the more powerful guy down a notch, but he still used his speed as an advantage. There was that slight hiccup where he went to the wrong corner, but other than that, I liked the match.
Yeah.
So then we had the main event. Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins, IC title, Iron Man match, 30-minute match. So Seth goes up, 3-0 early or 2-0?
3-0.
3-0 early. And so McIntyre goes, screw this, and he jumps in, and he beats on Seth. And that's where he gets the third O. Because he goes 2-0. McIntyre runs in, causes the DQ. He goes 3-0. So the ref's like, disqualification. Boom, boom. Give it to Seth Rollins. Give him a point. And McIntyre doesn't stop. McIntyre just keeps beating on Seth, throws him to the outside, rams him into the barricade, throws him back in the ring. The ref's like, that's it. I've had enough. You're ejected. McIntyre, go to the back. And McIntyre goes, okay, well, hold on one second. He hits him with a Claymore kick. Fucking brutal Claymore kick. And then for the next 20 minutes.
No. I don't want you to talk about what I think. Talk about the match. Let me take the other part.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
You take the match. I take the stuff that wasn't the match.
So after that, Dolph's kind of, coming to. And hits a couple of big moves. Gets a couple of pins on AJ. Or on Seth. What do I keep saying? AJ. I don't know. Hits a couple of big moves on Seth. Ties it up. Then he goes up 1. Then Seth ties it up. And so at the end of the match is about... So the last 15 minutes was a nothing. It was just like watching a regular SmackDown or Raw match. The last 15 minutes of this match, basically. It was, I hit my big move, you kick out. You hit your big move, I kick out. It was like, whatever. And so with about, what would you say, 10, 11 seconds left, Seth hits the stomp, and Dolph's just prone, dead in the middle of the ring.
Right.
But Seth, I don't know why, kind of just starts crawling the wrong way. Then he finally crawls over to Dolph with 2 seconds left. He gets on top of him, hooks the leg, 1 before the referee can even count 1. Time up. And the dumb thing is they're like, oh, Dolph Ziggler wins by draw. When's the last time you saw an Iron Man match where you win by draw?
Well, I understand saying he won by draw because you gotta play up the story.
So Dolph Ziggler's like, I won. Give me my title. I gotta bolt out of here. And Kurt's music hits. So Kurt Angle goes, that was a really great match. And I don't think the fans here in my hometown of Pittsburgh, PA, want to see this match end in a draw. So Dolph, get back in the ring. I'm restarting this match. Sudden death overtime. And if you don't really pay attention here, you kind of miss McIntyre gets involved. McIntyre's all of a sudden back out there. I don't know where the hell he came from because he must have come from the crowd. Because there's no way he came from just the regular backstage because Kurt was up there and the cameras were all on that. Anyways, McIntyre, distraction, hits Seth. Ziggler hits the zigzag within 5-10 seconds of the match being restarted. Ziggler pins him. Still a champion. Go.
So about 7 seconds into the match, the crowd noticed the Titantron, the big screen where they play.
That was the Royal Rumble.
There was a clock showing you how much time was remaining. And when it got down to 10, Nicole with the $5, thank you. And when it got to 10, you would get a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and chant. Like you were in the Royal Rumble. That's the sound that the Royal Rumble.
They literally would go. Right. They literally go.
Hold on, Tim. This is my job.
Okay.
This is why the fans are fucking here. And I have two kind of simultaneous rants here. One being the crowd, one being the match itself. I'm going to start it off with the match itself. The match itself was not phenomenal by any means. It wasn't the kind of match to ride home to, Dear Diary, today I came my jeans because I watched Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler. You think those two names and you think these guys can put on a 60-minute Iron Man match very well. But I did not like whatsoever watching Seth go up 3-0. And then watching it get tied. And then another, and then another. It didn't feel like a 30-minute Iron Man match. It felt like a clusterfuck. It felt like you loaded up 2K18 and you turned on the everyone has their finishing move setting and you just let them go. But this crowd was not fucking good. This crowd was fucking abysmal. For some reason, you look in the eyes of a wrestling fan, and we'll say WWE specifically. They're constantly saying, we don't want to see Roman Reigns main event another pay-per-view. And so WWE says, you guys don't want to see a main event? Okay, we're going to listen to you now. He's not going to main event. We're going to give you Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler. Here's your main event. Eat your fucking hearts out. And what do? Oh, the crowd just... Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania does their best impression of being a pile of dog shit and ruins the entire fucking thing by somehow, some way, finding the most minuscule thing to think is funny and ruin it. So what does WWE do? They proactively think this, and we'll take the clock down, because if they don't know how much time is left, they can't count. But apparently, these fucking geniuses in Pittsburgh, fucking Pennsylvania, let me tell you, if the country of the United States of America needed a fucking enema, you'd stick the fucking nozzle in Pittsburgh. They start doing random, off-centered, off-cue, not even close to what the actual time is countdowns. I noticed they did them every 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, you would hear it. Another 10 seconds would pass, and you would hear it again. Fucking abysmal. Was not good. Was not funny. It wasn't cute. It ruined a match that was fucking phenomenal. Let me rephrase that. It ruined a match that could have been fucking phenomenal. It's upsetting. Because you give... you beg and you take to your Twitter with your friend Mark, and you think, man, I'm gonna tweet something and make a difference, and for the one time you do that, you think it makes a difference, and for some reason you weren't fucking satisfied with Roman. Who did you want to fucking main event? Did you want them to fucking just drop all their fucking guys, take all the fucking money in the world, and just sign fucking Okada and Omega for a one fucking match deal at the fucking Extreme Rules pay-per-view? And while we're on that topic of what did you expect, the fans that during that Roman Reigns match that were chanting, we want refunds, you guys are fucking morons. You bought your tickets in advance, knowing the card, and if you bought them at Will Call today, that means you knew the card! I don't get it. I don't get it anymore. I don't understand. It makes no sense. It was just... It's bad. It's not good. And that's all I really have to say anymore. That's it. That's all I have to say. That was the pay-per-view. That was what's left of the pay-per-view.
To your point of them doing the thing every 10 seconds, there was one spot where they started counting 10, 9, and I look up and there's like 25 seconds left.
Yeah, it's like 27 or something.
It's like 25, 26, and they're like 10, and I'm like, 10 at 25?
That was a good match gone bad. That match would have done good if it had a good crowd.
And people are going to complain, this match was so bad, should have put something else as the main event. What, Bobby Lashley and Roman, so then you couldn't have complained, oh my god, why did Roman main event? Like...
Yeah, the people that sit there doing this are also the people that are like, oh my god, why isn't Dolph Ziggler over? It's because of people like that.
I mean, I said it before this match.
The champ says, you are a racist, Nick. No one cares what you think. Nick is now hated by the entire black community. Guess what, the champ? You can get the fuck out of here, pussy boy.
You gone forever.
That's cute, though. That was adorable.
What did you ever say one thing? Like, I don't want to get into racial stuff, but what?
I don't think I said I don't. Does anyone? I'm being dead serious. Did I like? Why?
offend anybody?
Does anyone know why he's saying that?
He's gone. I banned him.
Oh, thanks, Shield. He says, I'm black and I love Nick. Thanks, man. I love you. Oh, God. I don't know. Like, it's just, lately it's just been the fans. And I get it. This card was not good. This card wasn't very good.
It had potential to be better.
Yeah, it had a lot of potential to be better, and I don't know. Everyone's just saying he's a troll. Okay.
Yeah, he's
I
banned.
love you guys. Thank you, Bay, Mela, Kenny Omega, Matthew, Kurt, Kushnik, the Surge, Shield, Star Ford, all of you. I love you guys. All 235. You guys are great. And today was a really bad day for me in general. I got my wallet stolen today.
Ooh, that's not good.
And so I was super emo. I was telling the Discord. It's just, it's rough, man. This pay-per-view was rough, and I really hope SummerSlam is a good turnaround.
Just so you know, SummerSlam being probably an hour longer than this show. But
Luca, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, this really dragged on. This really dragged on.
I like Luca's comment.
Yeah, I do too. Thank you, Luca. You're a cutie pie. Anyway, that was the Extreme Rules review and recap. I'm sorry if I was super emo. I'm sure the chat is gonna say something about, or not chat, comment section. I don't care anymore. But you did say bad shit about my city. Yeah, I said that was the Bret Hart line. Was
yeah, but Elias says bad stuff about every city, and no one booed.
Right, but he also never said if the country of the United States needed an enema, you'd stick the nozzle.
True.
That is my favorite fucking Bret Hart line, mind you. It's phenomenal. I love it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. You can follow me on Twitter at PWU_Armstrong. You can follow us on Twitter at PWUnlimited. Check out our friends at Fightful at Fightful Online. Sam, where can I find you?
You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at TimmyBuddy. I know I keep saying Twitch, but I never stream on Twitch. I'm going to start once I get some free time. Okay. But maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I don't have my kids tomorrow, so maybe I could do some Twitch tomorrow. Huh?
You got them tonight?
No, I don't have them again until Tuesday.
Nice, that's awesome.
Not really. I mean, I like to see them, but... Anyways, that's a whole different personal thing. Nothing bad or anything. It's just, scheduling and whatnot. Anyways, that's going to do it for us tonight. We will be live again tomorrow after Monday Night Raw. I hope Monday Night Raw can be a good show as far as building towards a SummerSlam.
It's gonna be interesting to watch.
I think SummerSlam is August 19th from the Barclays Center. So
it's at 9th. I thought it's at 9th.
9th?
No, it's probably the 9th.
I think it's the 19th. Anyways, that's going to do it for us. We will see you guys again live tomorrow. Have a good night.
See you guys.